happen in 2 days. And it's unfortunately, and it's hard to even believe this is true, but it's not just fentanyl that's being trafficked across the southern border. As you all know, it's fentanyl that's being trafficked across the northern border too. The amount of fentanyl coming in across our northern border has more than doubled under the leadership of Kamala Harris. And a lot of you know my story. You know that it's frankly a miracle that I'm standing up here asking to be your next Vice President of the United States. I grew up in a poor family. It's a great testament to the grace of God, but also to the generosity of the American people that I'm standing up here. But thank you, ma'am, because of how I grew up and because my grandmother raised me, because my mom struggled with opioid addiction, I know what it's like for families who are dealing with addiction. And by the way, my mom, she's coming up this January, will make 10 years clean and sober for my mother. I'm proud of her, and I love her. But the reason why we got that second chance with my mom, I really believe, is because, thankfully, when she finally got clean 10 years ago, the poison that's coming across our border today, thank God, was not coming across the border 15 years ago, wasn't coming across the border 10 years ago. Because I know when you look at the number of our citizens who are dying of overdose deaths, think of all the second chances that have been taken away from American families. Think about all the people, and it breaks my heart, who have been deprived of the second chance that we got with my mother. And I think that if we want to give more of our fellow citizens second chances, and we do, we have got to do the job that Kamala Harris refuses. We got to close down that border and go to war against the drug cartels. I know in the great state of New Hampshire, you guys don't like to pay taxes, and I appreciate that because I don't like to pay taxes either. You guys don't have an income tax. But it's funny, you think of 4 years under Kamala Harris, she has sent the IRS bureaucrats to the tune of 87,000 new IRS agents to wage war on American citizens, on small businesses, and on working people. And I happen to think that we ought to have a president who wages war against the Mexican drug cartels and leaves you the hell alone. The scale of Kamala Harris's border crisis is difficult to fathom, and it's one of the main drivers, by the way, of the increase of the cost of housing. You're going to have skyrocketing housing costs when you have American homes go not to American citizens, but thanks to Kamala Harris, to people who don't even have the legal right to be here. She's rolling out the red carpet for them, ladies and gentlemen. New Hampshire schools overcrowded with children who don't even speak English, which deprives our kids of a good education. New Hampshire hospitals overwhelmed. Emergency room wait times have skyrocketed because we've got people in this state who do not have the legal right to be here. And I believe that we are compassionate people, and we are always going to be a compassionate country. But the compassion of the American president belongs with the American people who have the right to be here, not with folks who came here illegally. So while Kamala Harris wants to roll out the red carpet for illegal aliens, while Kamala Harris wants to give them Social Security and Medicare benefits paid for by American taxpayers, President Trump and I have a different message. Pack your bags. In 3 months, you're going back home. The one thing I'll say about Kamala Harris, and I feel bad, I've just criticized Kamala Harris for about 15 minutes, and I should be a little more bipartisan. Come on. I'm going to be nice to Kamala Harris because, look, there is one thing that I'll say that Kamala Harris does very well, and it's very simple. Every time I'm not listening to you, I don't want to get in trouble with the media. I'm not even hearing what you're saying. La 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 la. The thing